Hello and welcome everyone from National Commission for Indian System of Medicine, Board of Unani, Siddha and SOA Rigpa for this video series on curriculum orientation. In this session, let's get oriented to competency-based dynamic curriculum for postgraduate studies in Siddha and Unani medicine. As we all know that the PG curriculum was last published in 2016 by erstwhile Central Council of Indian System of Medicine. But in reality, there has been a drastic transformation in medical needs locally as well as globally. This calls for the modification of the curriculum to meet the changing trends and changing needs of the society. Therefore, NCISM New Delhi came with the plan of transforming ISM education by aligning with the core elements of NEP 2020 and to meet the global standards through a very systematic process. The process of curriculum design involved various steps like taking feedback of the teachers, taking feedback from the students, constituting expert committee. And when the committee was formed, there were orientations given to the committee. Training was provided to this committee. And then the framing of curriculum was undertaken. And once the curriculum process was going on, multiple number of times this curriculum was edited, vetted, drafted, and then it was finalized. For the first time, the curriculum software has been developed by NCISM for framing PG curriculum in respect of the new PG structure. Now, we need to move on to the step of implementation for nearly a similar outcome all across India. And to do this, orientation is required to all the facilitators of ISM education because at the root, it is we the teachers who are going to implement this particular curriculum. This step of orientation, training, providing resources and assistance is a way forward for the successful implementation of the newly designed curriculum. Let's look into what exactly is competency-based dynamic curriculum. A competency-based dynamic curriculum is an education framework that focuses on well-defined objectives, achieving specific measurable outcomes in the learning process. The process of framing curriculum was initially flexible and adaptive, and later evolved as descriptive curriculum based on the student needs, society and industry trends, research needs, advances in the knowledge, and supplementation of the modern advances in technological development. Curriculum centers around clearly defined learning outcomes and ensures the scope for becoming as a competent specialist, researcher, academician, educator, and an entrepreneur. In this approach, the curriculum is designed and structured based on the desired knowledge, skill, attitude, value, and ethics that the student should attain by the end of the course or a program. This CBDC, instead of focusing solely on the content delivery, now it also emphasizes on demonstrable results of learning. It is important for all of us to know as to why do we move on from the traditional method of the teaching to going towards the competency-based dynamic curriculum. So let's look into some of the major advantages that the CBDC offers to us. CBDC identifies specific learning outcomes, and CBDC aligns the SLOs with the teaching learning methods and assessment methods. The CBDC thus allows the continuous assessment of a student's progress and achievement. This approach in CBDC enhances transparency as both educator and the students have a clear understanding of the intended learning goals. Competency or outcome-based curriculum fosters active learning, critical thinking, and practical application of knowledge, preparing the students for the real-world challenges. CBDC also allows continuous improvement by incorporating feedback and adapting the curriculum to meet the evolving educational needs. There are two terms that most frequently will come across in the whole program of CBDC. That is the program learning outcome and the course learning outcome. Let us understand what exactly is a PO and what exactly is a CO. Program learning outcome are specific statements that articulate what students should achieve by the time they complete MD or MS program. PLOs reflect the essential knowledge, that is the cognitive component, the skill component, that is the psychomotor component, and the attitude, that is the affective domain, that are relevant to MD and MS of Unani and Siddha medicine. Course learning outcomes are detailed objectives for the individual courses within the program. They break down the broader PLOs into the specific measurable statements that define what students should be able to do after completing a particular course. First, let us look into the 8 program learning outcomes for Siddha. The PO1 defines that the student should be able to demonstrate advanced clinical proficiency in Siddha medicine, integrating Siddha principles and concepts to deliver personalized and holistic patient care for all age groups, effectively addressing both diseases and root causes of the disease, and be capable of integrating contemporary science and advancements for its scientific exploration. The PO2 states that the student should be able to exhibit expertise in performing and innovating specialized Siddha therapies and procedures including Varmam, Tokkanam, Yogam, Kayakarpam, Puramarutvam, Siddha, surgical and parasurgical procedures, while incorporating scientific advances, methodical and technological developments such as artificial intelligence, machine learning, biotechnology, etc. to enhance diagnostic and therapeutic outcomes. The PO3 states that the student should be able to lead community or public health initiatives and preventive measures by adopting Siddha principles of lifestyle modification, dietetics, and disease prevention, including holistic well-being, in alignment with the national and global health policies and guidelines. Additionally contributes to the sustainable healthcare solutions by applying Siddha principles in global healthcare perspective. The PO4 states that the student should be able to engage in advanced interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary, or transdisciplinary research that synthesizes Siddha professionals with advanced biomedical science, contributing to evidence-based practices, standardization and the global understanding and expansion of Siddha medicine through integrated scholarity innovations. The PO5 states that the student should be able to demonstrate applied aspects of contemporary basic medical sciences such as anatomy, physiology, biochemistry, microbiology, medicinal botany, pharmacology, pharmacognosy, phytochemistry, pharmacy, nanotechnology, molecular biology, genomics, health economics, dietetics, etc. in clinical settings and advanced researches to augment global healthcare and therapeutic development through Siddha. The PO6 states that the student should be able to perform as a proficient clinician, specialist and entrepreneur, leveraging advanced clinical expertise, innovative business strategies, and translation research to broaden the reach and impact of Siddha medicine in contemporary healthcare system. The PO7 states that students should be able to exemplify a commitment to lifelong learning, critical thinking, problem solving, adaptability, life skill and resilience, health science education technology, continuously enhancing knowledge and expertise in Siddha medicine, while staying at the forefront of emerging research, technology and best practices. The PO8 states that a student should be able to lead as a researcher, academician, educator, trainer and forensic expert in the field of Siddha, translating and interpreting classical Siddha Tamil manuscripts, contributing to the global dissemination of Siddha and fostering the development of proficient Siddha practitioner and scholars. Let's now look into the 8 program learning outcomes that are defined for MD and MS program in Unani. The program 1 states that a student should be able to demonstrate advanced clinical proficiency in Unani medicine, integrating Unani principles and concepts to deliver personalized and holistic patient care for all age groups, effectively addressing both disease and the root cause of the disease, medical emergencies, and be capable of integrating contemporary science and advancements for its scientific exploration. Program Outcome 2 states that students should be able to exhibit expertise in performing and innovating specialized Unani regimenal therapies and procedures such as hijama, Hamam, Irsale Alak, Fasad, Dalak, Takmeed, Natul, Yoga and Riyazat. Unani surgical and parasurgical procedures, while incorporating scientific advances, methodical and technological development such as artificial intelligence, machine learning, biotechnology, etc., to enhance diagnostic and therapeutic outcomes. PO3 states that students should be able to lead community or public health initiatives and prevention measures by adopting Tahaffuzi wa Samaji Tip principles of lifestyle modification, dietetics, and disease prevention, including holistic well-being in alignment with the national global health policies and guidelines. Additionally, contribute to the sustainable healthcare solutions by applying Unani principles in global healthcare perspectives. PO4 states that students should be able to engage in advanced interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary, or transdisciplinary research that synthesizes Unani professionals with advanced biomedical science, contributing to evidence-based practices, standardization, and global understanding and explanation of Unani medicines through integrated scholarity innovations. PO5 states that students should be able to demonstrate applied aspects of contemporary basic medical science such as anatomy, physiology, biochemistry, microbiology, pharmacology, pharmacognosy, phytochemistry, pharmacy, nanotechnology, molecular biology, genomics, forensic medicine, health economics, dietetics, etc. in clinical settings and advanced research to augment global healthcare and therapeutic development through Unani medicine. PO6 states that students should be able to perform as a proficient clinician, specialist and entrepreneur, leveraging advanced clinical expertise, innovative business strategies, and translation research to broaden the reach and impact of Unani medicine in contemporary healthcare system. PO7 states that students should be able to exemplify a commitment to lifelong learning, critical thinking, problem solving, adaptability, life skills and resilience, health science, education technology, continuously enhancing the knowledge and expertise in Unani medicine while staying at the forefront of emerging research, technologies and best practices. PO8 states that students should be able to lead as a researcher, academician, educator, trainer and a forensic expert in the field of Unani medicine, translating and interpreting classical Unani manuscripts, contributing to the global dissemination of Unani medical system and fostering the development of proficient Unani practitioner and scholars. Let's now look into the course learning outcome with certain examples. We shall learn CO and PO in terms of taking few examples of research methodology and biostatistics. Let's look into one of the COs. This is CO1 of research methodology, which states that students should be able to demonstrate decision making based on acquired knowledge, understanding various research types. Similarly, we have CO4 in medical statistics, which states that students should be able to evaluate and interpret statistical data from research paper and publications. We have learned that the course learning outcome are mapped with the program learning outcome. Let's understand this with example. In a research methodology example, we just saw CO1, which stated that the student should be able to demonstrate decision making based on acquired knowledge, understanding various research types. Now, we can see that this particular CO1 maps with PO1 and PO4 of the entire program of MD and MS curriculum, where PO1 states that students should be able to demonstrate advanced clinical proficiency in Siddha or Unani medicine, integrating Siddha or Unani medicine principles and concepts to deliver personalized and holistic patient care for all age groups. We can see that the CO1 matches with this PO1 and similarly also matches with the PO4, which talks about engaging in advanced interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary or transdisciplinary research. And this is how the COs and the POs are mapped in the CBDC. Similarly, from the medical statistics example, we can see that CO4 is mapped with PO4 and PO8. The beauty of this whole CBDC is the alignment of the curricular components. We have just now seen that there is a program learning outcome, and this program learning outcome maps with the course learning outcome. And the entire teaching content is aligned in such a way that it is developed into modules and the units along with the learning outcome. And each of this teaching content, which is in the form of modules and the unit learning outcomes, aligns with the course learning outcome. And to do this, we have various teaching learning methods which are incorporated so that the teaching content is delivered effectively. And to make it sure that the student has learned, there are varieties of assessment tools and the methods that makes it sure that the student has achieved a specific learning outcome. And this is how the whole loop of the POs and the COs and the modules are interlinked and connected so that there is an effective program learning outcome. We just now got introduced to the CBDC. In the next video, we shall get acquainted with the structure and design of competency-based dynamic curriculum. Thank you.